Hello people, and welcome to a new video from me. This is v.0.0 speaking to you. And I come with a little announcement slash preview video of my new Super Wario fan game that I've now begun to create. Now if you don't know already, I'm creating a Wario series, or a series that I've called Super Wario. It contains 4 games so far, and this will be the 5th one. So far there is Super Wario 10 that I created back in 2010. It was my first game ever created. It has a lot of flaws and a lot of bugs, and it's not really good at all, but I think it's fun to have in a series either way. The second one I called Super Wario and the Ghost Ship, that was made in 2011. In 2012 I made Super Wario and the Hunt of the Frozen Treasure, and last year, or no, this year actually, I finished Super Wario Fortune. You can check out these 4 games and read about them, and check down the links if you want to. You can check out my channel and find videos of that, or you can check the link to my not so professional websites. That will be in the description box below, so you can check out my homepage and read about those games and download them if you want. But anyways, as I said, I'm starting to create a 5th Super Wario game that I just for now I called Super Wario 5. And I'm just gonna show you how it looks so far. So what I start with is to build up the engine. And when you're building up an engine, you don't really care about graphics or anything. You just build up everything to make it work correctly, and you start to focus on graphics and effects more later on. So the Wario you see in here is not made by me. I found it on Google, and this is not the Wario I'm gonna use in the final version of the game. I'm just using it for a test. And so here we go. So you can see the numbers on top. That is a debug that I will remove from now. So the changes to this game compared to the 4 other ones is that I'm using something called like 100% custom movement, or everything here is made from scratch, and that was not like it wasn't like that before. I'd used something called a platform movement object inside of this game making software, and that basically had a pre-made platform movement for you that you can easily make platform games. But that came with some downsides as well. So what I have learned now, or starting to learn at least, is to use or to build up the game from scratch, from the ground up. It's a lot more complicated, but it gives you a lot more possibilities. It gets a lot more solid, a lot more smooth, and it gets generally a lot better, and you have a lot more control. So I haven't learned a lot of this yet, but I have learned enough to make walking, as you can see here. This is how it looks like. And as I said, this is not the Wario I'm going to be using in the final version. This is just a test, a sprite that I found on Google. And we have jumping here, and that seems to work pretty solid. It doesn't get stuck in the ground or in the walls or anything. And these are breakable blocks. I will show you those later. But first of all, let's show you the dashing. That was a bit more complicated to make, but as you can see here, this is how it works. I don't know if it's perfect or not. Maybe I'll make it go longer, last longer, go slower, I don't know. But as I said, when I was using that platform movement object previously, I didn't have that much of a control. It was just you can say it was an easy version of making a game, a platformer. But here I have a lot more control, so now as I build this dash, I can simply go in and change the duration of it, how fast it's gonna go, and just change how it works. So if I'm gonna use this dash on a breakable block, as you can see, it works perfectly to walk on and walk into. So I can pretty much dash into it like this, and it will break. As I said, I don't have any break animations or anything, because that's not important right now. And also, I have tried to implement ground pound, as you will see right here. Now, this is how ground pound looks, at least for now. Now the thing is that I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep it like this. And ground pound was a bit more complicated again for me to make. I'm not sure if Wario is gonna stay on the ground a bit after he has landed, like he does in the Wario Land games. That will make it a bit more. It will look like it's really, it will look a lot more powerful if he was sitting on the ground a bit after he has landed. And I will also try to screen shake a bit after he has landed, of course. So I just made a simple dirt effect or air effect when he lands. and that works on breakable blocks as well. So let's try it on this one, and it works, as you can see. And I've also tried, if you didn't notice, that after Wario hits the block and breaks it, he will, that yellow effect that you probably can't see as clearly since he falls so fast, but that will be removed and he will start to fall a little slower. So the ground pound attack kind of ends, but he still falls down on his butt. So if you can see, try to see clearly here. I will try to make it a bit slower maybe, or maybe I will make him bounce over the blocks, or I don't know, anything. So this is just an early version that I've called version 0.0. I like to have versions of the game to make it more fun to progress in the game, and have versions like this. So this is basically everything that I have for now. Whoopsie daisy, let's see. If you can see out the debugger here, the I or the Y, and that is the Y coordinates. So I just made these values and I made them so that this counter right here, that will always show the, like the gravity of Wario. This X value here, or this X counter, will always show the speed of Wario, and this on ground. I've just made that so I can check if he's on the ground or not, to check if that works. So if I jump, it will turn 0 and will turn back to 1 when it lands. And also if you look at the Y, it goes from minus when it jumps up, and when it reaches 0, he starts to fall again. And if X, when I walk right, it turns to 4, and left it turns to -4. A total. I can easily go and change that to whatever number I want, but I think 4 is a pretty good speed for his walking. So this is basically what I have so far. So I will say that, I just want to say that Super Wario 5 is in the making, but it's a lot of things to do in school and other stuff, so I don't have really much time, but I make it when I have time and when I'm in the mood. And also next time, or for version 0.1, I thought about trying to implement enemies for the first time, and this time I'm gonna make them more advanced. Because previously, in my previous games, I have only made them to follow a path and start from one coordinate, move to another coordinate, repeat, and then loop that process. Which really doesn't make them, they don't feel alive when they move like that. So this time I thought about trying to make some gravity to the enemies as well, and make them turn around when they hit the wall and make them more alive. So that is what I'm going to try to do next time. I will upload these videos, these version videos, throughout the making. And if I successfully implement enemies, that will be in version 1.1 or 0.1, excuse me, I will upload another video and show you guys. So I'll upload a bit in the process of the making of this game. And in the end of the video I'll tell you what I'm gonna make next. And also I want to say thank you to a guy here at YouTube. He has helped me a lot with this Multimedia Fusion 2, the software I'm using. He's a Norwegian guy, and he is actually working on this big project of his own. He has told me his idea, and it's a completely original idea. He has so many plans for it, and the idea around everything, the characters, the story, and everything just sounds simply amazing. So you should definitely go check him out. His link will be in the description, and make sure to subscribe to him to stay up to date when he uploads more of his big project. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you could drop a like rating on this video, it would really help me out. And make sure to subscribe for more gaming mysteries and more of some Minecraft stuff and more of my self-created games here on Super Wario 5. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.